beautiful home complete without flowers. Very beautiful ones with different colors, which will beautify your home and has other benefits. Welcome to this episode of My Space here on Housing TV Africa, that program that brings to you different aspects or different areas of interior decoration, especially when it comes to decorating your homes and your offices. Today we are going to be looking at flowers, flower pots and flower vases as a form of interior decoration. My name is Dorcas Chia, but let's go on a break, and when we come back the program will kickstart. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is My Space here on Housing TV Africa, and today, if you can look at the environment, we are going to be talking about flower pots and flower vases, on even flowers as an accessory for interior decoration in our homes and in our living spaces. I have with me here on set the CEO of Cool Breeze Flower Pots and Garden, Mr. Victor Ezala. Good to have you on the program, Mr. Victor.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So let's just drive straight into the whole discussion right now. Just like the topic said, flower pots, flowers, flower vases as an accessory for interior decoration. So why is it very important, or why is it essential that people use flower vases or even flowers in decorating their homes, their offices, restaurants, or any other place?
Yeah, in our various homes, flowers are very essential and very important to us, as the main plants, the live plants inside those pots are air purifying plants, So they help us to remove the toxins around us and purify the air we breathe for us to live a healthy life.
Okay. All right. So what should one consider when choosing plants, the kind of plants they should have inside their spaces, their living spaces, or even around?
When it comes to plants, there are different species of plants. And as there are different species of plants, they thrive in different locations.
Okay.
There are some particular set of plants that thrive for indoor. When you take those plants and expose them to the full sunlight, they will have effect on them. While the plants for outdoors, when you take them indoors, they will still have effect on them. All these things depend on where the plants originated from. Some countries where those plants first came from, their weather is very cold there. So when you bring them here, you need to give them a weather that suits such weather where they're coming from for them to survive. So when you want to choose a plant for indoors, it's advisable you choose a live plant which will purify the air you breathe around you, as I said earlier. While those who were unable to maintain the ones they had choose to go for artificial plants anyway, so they look alike. But the major plant you should choose for your various home is the live plants that purifies the air you breathe, as I said.
Okay, so you have talked about the benefits of using live plants in the homes, but we're still having artificial plants in the homes or even in our offices and everything. What would you say is the use of that? Because we know, yes, apart from beautification, are there other maybe importance or other uses of those artificial plants?
Yes, when it comes to artificial plants, for those who are not able to maintain the live plants they have, as you water them, you take care of them the way you take care of yourself, as they are living things, So in replacement of that, for those who are unable to do that, who doesn't have much time, plant itself, apart from the air it purifies, it beautifies your home as well. So those who are unable to, maintain the live plants, they go for artificial plants as well. So it decorates your home, it makes your home beautiful, stuff like that. There are a lot of benefits from using plants instead of other things for your home decoration.
All right. Okay. So let's look at what flowers have to say about the personality of an individual. For some people, some people might say, okay, flowers tells the kind of person you are, or it even influences the atmosphere in your home, in your environment, and even influences the mood around you. So I want you to talk about that. Is it actually do flowers actually have that that power to be able to influence your mood or even tell much about your personality as an individual?
Yes, when it comes to plants, a lot of people take plants as their hobby. You understand? So when they get all these live plants in their house, they take care of it, they like it, it puts them in a good mood. I know some flowers has, apart from air purification, some has fragrance that when they're around you, the fragrance, will keep you, you breathe a fresh air, and you'll be happy with what you breathe in around you, you understand? So a lot of people take plants as their hobby. And as is their hobby, they take care of it. And you dare not play with their plants. A lot of people spend money to groom, to maintain their plants, to be in a state where whenever they view it, whenever they see it, they are happy with it. So there are a lot of benefits, there are a lot of things, when it comes to plants. Yes.
All right. So right now, you've made mention of the fact that some of these plants are imported, and here we are trying to promote Nigerian products and other things. So don't we have these particular plants or even flowers here in our country, in Nigeria, that instead of going to import them and the cost and everything, we can be able to get it ourselves and be able to use it?
Yeah, in Nigeria, especially in Africa, we have lots of species of plants. Although majority of them are wild plants that grows in the bush, in the thick forest, yes. But same time, we have a lot of plants that grow naturally from here. Even those we import, the one they have, came here to take the ones we have to go to their country so that they can have it. Everything in life is like, when you take from me, I take from you. What you have, you understand? I take from you what I have too. God creates things and sets them in different places. There are some God created especially in Africa that is not commonly there. So they will come here, look for it, take it to their place, you understand?
Yeah.
And establish that. So the ones God too created in their place that is not commonly here, will go there. Some of the importers will go there, maybe some, tourists, some people who has lived in abroad, while coming to Nigeria, they take a piece, one or two, and bring them here. When they now groom them and you notice that species is looking fine and it has some benefits, here in Nigeria, we'll now start kind of making it so, nursing them, making a lot of them so that other people too can have same species of plants. When it comes to plants, there are some herbs, there are some plants that you can use to beautify your homes. There are some plants that is medicinal. It all depends on the kind of plant that you choose to be around you. And so every plant has its own, uniqueness. You understand? What some other people like may not be what other people like, but all of them have their own uniqueness and has people who like them, no matter the way they look like.
You have mentioned that there are specific plants that we can use in our homes, and so I just wanted to suggest maybe the kind of flowers that can be used in the homes or in the offices that will be very friendly for the environment and also be able to influence or not just add beauty but influence the mood of the whole environment.
As I said, it all depends of the kind of plants you like. As plants has different benefits and has different beauty and has different look too. Whenever you want to buy a plant or plants, you make sure you go to the right gardener, horticulturist, or a flower garden who knows the right plants that can survive where you want to put them, who can ask you questions. These plants, what is the temperature, what is the situation of the place where you want to place them? With that, you have an idea to give you the exact kind of plants that will survive, you understand? That will meet up your expenses, because at the end of the day, it won't be a nice thing you spend a lot of money to buy plants and you place them in the wrong direction. At the end of the day, you lost them. It will look as if, you have lost money. But when you visit horticulturists, gardeners, who really know, who can ask you questions, who may even follow you to your house to know the location where you want to place this live plant and advise you on the kind of plants to use. That is all you need.
Okay, so still on this right now, you have mentioned that you have talked about maintaining the plants and also where to place it. So you who is already in this business, and I'm permitted to call you a professional, right? So can you just tell us how we can maintain flowers, especially live flowers, when we put them in the homes, and maybe the strategic positions in the homes that will be very good for live plants or even flowers.
Yeah, as I said, in Kubris Flower Spots, Arab Junction here in Utako, Abuja. At least our professional advice to our customers is, when you come, be open to us. You understand? Tell us exactly the location where you want to place your flowers. From there, we can always advise you on the kind of plants you can get. And whenever you buy plants from us, try and ask for our phone numbers. If your plant is having issue or you're unable to maintain them the way you want, you can call on us. Either you do a short video and send to us, we can advise you. But if you warrant us to come to your house or where you put these plants, maybe in your office, to take a look at them one-on-one and advise you on the next thing to do, or if the flowers is not going to do well in that very location, we will tell you.
Okay. All right. So there's something that I noticed for a few houses I saw somewhere, and it was really fascinating for me. You could see that people would put hang flower pots on the wall or even on their roof. I want you to talk a bit about that, what and the significance of that and its importance.
Well, the people who place potted plants on the wall, on the roof, is still a design. It's still beautification, but in all, they're all live plants, and you need to water them to keep them alive. So everybody, when it comes to beautification, it depends on how you want it be and where you want them placed. So anywhere they are placed, as long as they are live plants or artificial and you maintain them, they are still part of beautification, because everybody can't queue in same pattern of beautification.
All right. Okay. So lastly, before I let you go, I just want you to give a few tips to people who are watching there on how to maintain their flowers, and also what they should know when it comes to beautifying the homes with flowers and flower pots from the view of a professional, something you've not said in the course of this interview.
Yeah, thank you. I will advise people to do your possible best to make sure you do a good landscape around you with flowers, and while doing that, make sure you seek for a professional advice, from those who knows how to rear the plants, from small, and from those who has done same job to others, you understand. So, and when you come to potted plants, make sure you choose the right pots. And taking care of your plants, you make sure you water them when needed, you understand, especially during the dry season when the weather is hot. They are living things, they are just like us, you understand. So whenever you are noticing your plant is no more doing well, or it's not upright, or the color is changing, you understand, depending on maybe brownish or reddish, you know that this plant is not doing well and it deserves some kind of attention, maybe watering, maybe manure, maybe trying to shift them from the position where they are. Because when you place some plants which are supposed to be in a sunny area, in a shady area, definitely is not going to thrive. So you need to now know what exactly the problem is and move them. If it's supposed to be outdoor and you place them indoors, and you notice it's turning brownish or is having some issues, is not being healthy, you can now identify the location and move them towards that location, and you see they will thrive. And more especially, you make sure you water your flowers in due time, because they are living things, and what they live on is water. And when it comes to pots, why we perforate pots is, if you overwater your plants, plant doesn't like to retain water. When they retain water, the roots will get rotten. So when you perforate them, if it's overwatered, the water can now drain from the hole under. And I always advise homeowners who are there, who want to get plants for their indoors, for their air purification around them. At least when you are getting those things, get some portable pots and get an iron stand. When you place those pots, potted plants on top of the stand, you can put a small water collector under, so that if you water the plants, the excess water can now drain into that water collector to avoid them littering your house. Because when they litter your house, it's like a soil and the rest of it. You now maybe take your time to mop them and keep the place tidy and clean.
I said we'll let you go, but this is the last one actually. How long will it take for a plant or a flower to grow? The duration of time.
Well, it's all depend on the type of flower you understand you are propagating or you have in your house. You can see, for example, there are some seeds for some palms that takes 2-3 months to sprout alone. They are all flowers and plants. If you can take a look, the one we commonly call corn, maize, it can take 3 to 4 days to sprout and take maybe like few months for you to harvest them. So that is the nature and how God created them. So when you come to flowers, it all depends on the kind of plants. Some plants take a lot of time to grow, while some can rapidly grow. So it just depends on the kind of plant. Some can take 1 month, some can take 6 months, some can take 1 year, some can even take more than that. If you take a look at coconut, sometimes coconut can take up to 5 years before it can be able to give you fruit. You understand? If you look at palm tree, some can take up to 5 years before it can be able to give you fruit. If you look at some oranges, especially all these variegated oranges, budded oranges, some can stay 1 year, 2 years they will produce, while some can stay up to 5 years, 7, 8 years before they produce. So it all depends on kind of plants and the species of plants. So that's all I can say on that.
You've been in this business for how long, sir?
You know, me personally, I've been in this business for over 14 years.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not always easy in the business, because sometimes you can propagate some plants. You can propagate up to 100 plants, and at the end of the end up having like 40 or 50. Then having 40 or 50, which the roots established, those are the ones you can sell, you know, maybe to gain from your stress and the rest of it. And at the end of the day, you have workers whom you have to pay to assist you propagate these plants, water them, and the rest of it. But the most important thing is, I want the viewers out there, the public, to understand that it's not easy for we gardeners, because some of them think, is it not just flower? But just, yes, we agree it's just flower, but to take care of them, to make them ready for your own use, it's not always easy for us. So whenever you are coming to patronize us, to buy flower from us, knows that we are doing our best to make sure we make them available for you to use, to purify the air you breathe around you, to beautify your environment, and the rest of it. So we count on the public patronage to always, you understand, instead of you to buy meat, some other things that you can put in your fridge, if you're unable to use them, you throw them away. Please use those money, go to various flower gardens, buy a plant. If you don't know how to take care of these plants, learn how to take care of them. Seek professional advice from us, the gardeners, on how to take care. You will like it. You will love it. They are living things. As you are taking care of yourself, take care of plants. As you are taking care of the animals in your house, like dog and the rest of it, take care of plants. But I promise you that plants has a lot of benefits. And at the end of the day, come to us, Cool Breeze Flowers Pots Garden, Arab Junction in Otako here in Abuja. We'll give you a professional advice. We'll give you the best plan that will serve you more better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for coming on the program. We are very grateful. It has been an interesting session here with you. And for me, I have learned a thing or two from today. And I think I'm going to, move towards the side of plants to see how I can, put a flower in my home, maybe even it's just one pot, and see how it's going to help me. Thank you so much for coming. So you've heard from our guests, the flowers are not just for beautifications, they also help when it comes to purifying our environment and also, improving our health. So this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of My Space here on Housing TV Africa. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the Housing TV app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to get more updates on this particular station. So my name is Dorcas Chia, and keep watching Housing TV Africa. Bye for now.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.
Join us on a captivating experience through the dynamic world of town planning in Nigeria as we delve into the visionary projects and insights of top experts witnessing the remarkable transformation of spaces into extraordinary communities. Immerse yourself in engaging discussions with leading town planning professionals as they address critical issues and offer innovative solutions to empower communities. Experience the pulse of the cities of tomorrow on City Pulse, a weekly television program presented by the National Institute of Town Planners. Gain exclusive behind-the-scenes looks and discover groundbreaking strategies shaping the urban landscape. Don't miss a beat. Showing weekly on Housing TV Africa. Star Times Channel 149.
If you want to get credible and authentic news on real estate and housing development in Africa, or you need that educative platform on how you can own a home through mortgage, look no further. We've got you covered. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Housing TV Africa, where we bring you latest news on real estate, affordable housing, mortgage and building technologies and materials. Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube. Subscribe now and get best of educative information on housing across Africa. Powered by the largest housing event in Africa, AIHS.
Get credible and authentic housing news at your fingertips by downloading the Housing TV mobile app. You can also join the African International Housing Show live from across the globe through the Housing TV mobile app. The mobile app features live streaming and trending housing news. You can locate the AIHS venue via the app, network with AIHS seasoned speakers, and live chat with exhibitors. You can also order house or building materials at AIHS via this app. Download the Housing TV mobile app now from the App Store and Google Play Store. And don't forget to click on the notification button. Available for both iOS and Android users. Housing TV is also on Star Times, channel 149 decoder.
Agriculture is a crucial sector that significantly contributes to the economy, food security, and employment. In Nigeria, it plays a vital role in the nation's GDP, provides jobs for many, supplies raw materials for industries, and helps reduce poverty and develop rural areas. FarmWise is a comprehensive agricultural education program designed to empower farmers, agricultural professionals, and enthusiasts with the knowledge and skills necessary to succeed in modern farming. The program covers a wide range of topics including sustainable farming practices, crop management, livestock production, farm business management, and environmental conservation. Through a combination of expert insight, real-life case study, and practical demonstrations, FarmWise aims to provide viewers with the tools and confidence in practices. Whether you are a seasoned farmer or just starting out, FarmWise is your go-to resource for staying up to date on the latest developments in agriculture and adapting best practices for a sustainable and profitable farming operation. Keep a date with us on Star Times channel 149. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa, and do well to follow us on all our social media handles. Keep watching Housing TV Africa.
When the city is getting too loud, you need a home. Home is love, peace, and tranquility. Home is Housing TV Africa. Housing TV Africa, your first in housing news.